Welcome back to Farm Fit, everybody. Getting ready for Goliath Games, my first competition of the season. And just wanted to do a quick check in on how I feel physically and mentally before this event. And both are okay. I have not dropped a significant amount of weight. I'm down to 248 pounds pretty consistently now. I'm under 250 consistently. I range between 247, 249, so a couple of pounds depending on the day, but I feel pretty good. I feel a lot lighter. That said, I don't know how much it's impacted my strength because it's hard to gauge because I'm doing a new training system and I'm coming out of an off season where I kind of half-assed it. So I didn't give myself the best opportunity in the off season to get stronger. So I don't know how much of what I'm feeling strength-wise is related to my nutrition versus just not being in better shape because I didn't give myself a good opportunity to be in shape. I know that this show will be the litmus test for that. This weekend, I'm hoping to do another body composition to see which parts of my body have changed. I've been told that a lot of it is in my face, and I'm a little bit leaner in my arms, my chest, my legs, veins popping out at certain points. I still carry a lot in my midsection, but that's just where I carry my weight. There's nothing I can do about that. And despite what people tell you, you can't do targeted fat loss. Just kind of has to come across everywhere. So nutrition wise, I've been bang on. Tamara has been terrific for that. She put together a great plan for me where I'm not hungry. That's a lie. I do get hungry, but not more than I did on my own. So I can at least compare that as being apples to apples, and apples being something I'm eating more of. So nutrition wise, she did a great job putting it together. I feel great in that regard. My sleep has not been terrific. I will admit that. I could do better resting and recovering. But that's all the stuff outside of the gym, and it's feeling pretty good, I will say. I think she said the plan is as I get closer to, I'm 6 weeks out, just over 6 weeks out now, that we're going to bring my calories back up to maintenance levels to keep my strength up as the weights start to get heavier, especially the second to last week before my deload week. What I'm really excited about is not having to cut for this show. This is going to be my first strongman competition where I've not had to cut because I've always been around 265, 270. And I've always had to cut down to stay in the 120 kg group, which is 264 pounds. So this will be the first one that I don't have to do that for. I can actually eat properly the week of and the day before and not be worried about blowing past my cap. So I'm really excited about that. In terms of training itself, it's been pretty good. There are some weights I'm not hitting that I would like to hit, specifically on my deadlift. My squat's not been great, but again, we don't compete with squats. That's just more my mindset is I wish I was squatting heavier, but we're doing more volume stuff because I need to get my conditioning up and I need to build that muscular endurance. So I know that the number on the bar isn't necessarily reflective of what I need to do. I wish my deadlifts were a little bit stronger. I wish they were a little bit more. Last week, looking back at my program, I had deadlifts for reps. I had to do 3 sets of 2, and I only managed 485, which is well off the mark of where I need to be. Comp weight is 555, I believe. Deadlift for rep, 530. So not great this close, but still time to figure it out. So the deadlifts are definitely one that I'm not feeling confident about. I have a little bit of hip pain that I'm dealing with. Again, Tamara working on me, keeping me stretched and loose is great. And then my own recovery in and out of the gym. I need to walk more. I know that's another area that I've kind of slacked in because I sit for my job and then I sit doing this. So that's not been terrific. I need to get more mobile again to help stretch myself out. So that's on me. So the deadlift, not great. Now, one area that I am happy about is the dumbbell ladder. I wasn't sure how that was going to go with the pressing because The press is fine. It's the clean because it's an awkward clean. You clean it between your legs up to the rack position and then press it from there. I need to get faster with it, but I've pressed over 100 pounds. I've done 105. I'm going to try 115 this week coming up. Did 100 really well. And our weights are 90, 100, and 105. So I'm not worried anymore about the pressing. I need to get faster, more explosive to do it for as fast as I possibly can because that's what it's going to come down to. I'm no longer worried about not finishing it. I am confident that I'll be able to finish this. I just have to be quick. So the dumbbell ladder's fine. Deadlift for reps needs work. Yoke was the next one. Now, Skullhouse isn't set up for indoor walking events, sandbag, farmers, yoke, that sort of thing. It's set up for powerlifting and some bodybuilding. So a lot of my moving events I've had to do outside here at my place in the snow on what I would say is treacherous ground. And I haven't done it to my full capacity because of that, because it's not safe and because it's cold. And I don't like being cold. I did find another gym locally that has an indoor track, so I've worked it out so that I can be there on my event day because I do have a dedicated event day, which is something that I really, really wanted to bring back in because mentally it's a matter of I've always kind of looked at it like if you want to get better at squats, you have to squat. If you want to get better at events, then do events. So Fridays are my event day, and I'm kind of able now to put together an event day of my double dumbbell ladder, my yoke, my farmers, and some sandbag carries, and a sled because this place has a sled that I can drag too. So I can hit all of them. The deadlifts I still do at Skull House because that's a different day. I have deadlifts dedicated earlier in the week on my pull day. And Skull House having calibrated plates and proper deadlift bars is just I've been spoiled. I'll be honest, spoiled rotten with those. So I can't not use them. They're just it's just too good. The quality is just too good. So the event day, I've done the yoke. I've got up over 600 pounds on the yoke for 20 to 30 meters, which is good. It's a 100-foot yoke. So I need to get a little bit better at that. Because 660 is the weight. And I'm confident I can get there with how the yoke is progressing. This past week I did 600, 3 reps for 20 meters. So that made me feel good. And it moved pretty well. I'll say it moved really well. So I know I'm getting there with it. Same with farmers. I did a max distance for farmers because we have max farmers at 255 pounds. I did 225 per hand. So not, still some room to go with it, but I got 148 feet or about 45 meters. So that's good. I'll take that. These things are all, the events are progressing well. The double dumbbell, the yoke is getting there. The farmers is getting there. The sandbag is 250 pounds to the sled. I'm not worried about that. I can pick 250 and run with it just fine. I did that at provincials last year with a heavier bag. It was 275. So I'm not worried about my ability to pick up a sandbag and run with it. The key will be the sled because I've not been great at sled pulls. So that's one that I'm just training a heavy sled on turf as best I can because that's all I can do. And it will be a test the day of, really. So not much new to report other than how my nutrition is going and how I'm feeling on my events. And I feel pretty good. I would say I feel pretty good. My next update, I will include my new body composition to see what's changed, if anything. I'm forever the skeptic and I'm so hard on myself because I don't know how much has changed. I see myself every day and I don't think I've changed too much other than the scale moving a bit. So that'll be next week. But for right now, I've got more of a plan this week, more events coming up, and feeling pretty good. This was a short and sweet one. I just wanted to say thank you guys for continuing to support me here and support me in the gym as well as on my other social medias. And I'm looking forward to getting the season started on the right foot because, touch wood, this should be the first show I do where I don't zero anything because every show I've done to date, there's been one event that I've got 0 on. And this should be the first one I do that doesn't happen because I'm confident I can do the dumbbell ladder. I can at least get 1 rep on the deadlift. The yoke, I'll be able to move it even for a few feet. Max farmers, again, 255, I'll be able to move it even for a few feet. Sandbag to sled, I'll be able to move the sandbag and then hopefully move the sled a little bit. So this should be the first one I don't zero anything on. And I'll continue my quest down to the 105 category for next season. But that's it for today. Not much else new to report. Have a great one. Stay strong, and thanks for the support.